You guessed it. We're alive. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite coach, Nessa, and you're back with me on another episode of Life Beyond Narcissism. Yeah, what does life really looks like beyond narcissism? Well, as we jump right into that topic tonight, on this channel, we talk about healing from narcissistic abuse. I want to talk tonight about an experience that I had with the narcissist that I think it was pretty wild. Okay. So that's what I really want to talk about tonight. Okay. A really wild experience with a narcissist. And it doesn't necessarily have to be all the way personal with me, but an experience that I had with a narcissist that made me think that I was losing it and that I was going to go crazy. Right. But let's jump. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Let me go ahead and send out some love really quickly. Okay. Now that the love is out the way, let's jump right back in. Okay. All right. There we go. So that's something that I wanted to share about a wild experience with a narcissist and kind of, I guess, how it play out. So tonight is just a little story time, okay? Just a little quick story time. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. So happy to see you guys tonight. And if you're watching this on a replay, again, thank you guys so much for the support. So welcome back to all my subscribers and my new you. I'm sorry, y'all. Bear with me, okay? Just listen. Okay. So welcome back to my channel for all my day one subscribers. Okay. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the channel. And for all my new viewers, that's what I meant to say, but it wasn't coming out properly. Okay. As you can see, no filter, no nothing. We're just doing this raw, right? My new viewers, welcome to the channel. Listen, it's raw organic over here. Okay. Tonight, I want to talk about this experience because I don't know if it was just me or maybe I was losing it, right? So I'll tell you about it. Um, I would always suspect that the narcissist, because we was married for at the time, this was 2014 that this happened, and we got married 2009. That's what, like 5 years in or something. But I would always think that the narcissist was doing something, and I always had a suspicion like something was up. Every time I would venture out into something, I would always find something. So I became good at suspecting something, finding out things, and seeing that the narcissist was really cheating, of course, and doing what he did. But this one particular experience was something that was different. Hey, Fozia. Hey, sis. Welcome in. Welcome in. Nice to see you. This one was something a little bit different for me, right? I got up one morning and he was asleep, not sleeping in bed. Hey, Vortex, welcome in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. He was sleeping and I picked up his phone. Thank you guys for liking the video. Thank you so much. I picked up his phone and I went into the bathroom to pretend as if I was going to get ready for work and all of these things. So I started texting the number, this person that I knew that I could just feel like he was doing something. And I went through his phone in the bathroom and I started texting a person. So they were happy to hear from me, which was him. And I remember she kept asking him something like, aren't you gonna send me the stuff that I asked you for? Me trying to figure it out, trying to be nosy, didn't even know like what did he promise her? Because they'd be taking your stuff, offering it to people and doing a whole bunch of different things. And they'll be finding ways how to rob you to fund the new supply. So this was somebody at the time, we're living in New York and this person is located in Florida. And he went and told her that he was going to give her a phone, but I didn't know that. I just sent her a message, be like, "Hey, what's going on? What is it that that I said I was going to give to you? With this bitch, because that's how the narcissist is going to talk about you." So I messaged her, and I was just like, from his phone, and be like, this bitch right here, she's stressing me out. So I forgot what it is that I said I was going to give to you. Can you remind me? But I'm trying to talk like him because he talk in parables and it's not proper English. So I had to try to word it like how I know he would speak. And I sent a message to her. That's when she said, remember you said you was going to send me a phone? And I was like, oh, well, he's stressed, that's going on over here. Cause you know that the narcissist is telling everybody that you're stressing them out, you're driving them insane, and you're doing everything the most negative way possible. That's just how they present you to other people. So I already knew that these are some of the things that he's saying, how I'm a problem, I'm stressing him out, I'm the worst, I'm everything that's negative. You got to understand that that's how the narcissists present you to people. So she sent me the information and I was just like going back and forth with her. And then I started, getting in my feelings, and I know I have to go to work now. So I'm like, all right, let me get to the meat and the potatoes, all of this. Start cussing her out on the phone. I stick my butt out at her on the phone. I was just really hurt at the time. I was really hurt. I was really broken. And I was obviously at a low point, but this is what was going on. But I felt like I knew there was more to it and I wasn't sure. So I went into his phone, found the deleted pictures that he deleted out of his phone so you couldn't see it. Because at the time it was some Android or whatever, I went into his deleted into a different file, recovered it, sent it to myself, and deleted it. Yeah, I wouldn't believe the type of pictures that I saw in this man's phone. He's laying on the bed in the house with a bottle of Hennessy and himself, of course. That's the type of picture that's in the phone. This is what they're doing when you're not around, okay? So you might think they're home or they're just doing something simple. Oh, no, they're going all out. There was even pictures of him standing by the sink, the bathroom sink, with his thing. Listen, okay? I had to play it cool. So I didn't show any trace in his phone to show him that I got these pictures from his phone. But instead, I told him that the girl that he's out texting sent me these pictures. And now I have these pictures in my phone from the girl. So he didn't know that I got these pictures. He didn't know where I got these they got the information from, but I was able to send him the pictures and show him that this is the picture that the girl sent me to your phone, from your phone, that you've been sending her these pictures. Like, what's going on? He started going off back and forth. That's not what happened. And she lying and stuff like that. At the time, I don't know how much of you guys know about MySpace. That was kind of a while back, right? I went on MySpace. I went on Facebook. And I went and typed up a nice little post because I found her man, which was supposed to be his friend. And I went and found him on Facebook. So I typed up a whole message on there and saying something to the effect, I could probably remember it vaguely, that the time you spend worrying about my husband, you should be worrying about yours and busy making pictures and videos and doing all these things. And you have a man of your own. I went off and tagged the man in the comment, tag her, tag him, tag a whole bunch of people. But looking back at that, okay, yeah, that's how much you'll go low, okay? That's how much you'll go low to try to prove to a narcissist that you'll fight for them. You're in a situation and you're going into it deeper than you even think. Like you want more of it, and you're trying to prove that you're gonna be a good detective. Like, what was I possibly thinking? So we went on a trip. After that incident happened, we went on a trip. And this is something that I'm pretty many of you guys have experienced before, is that after you go through the unhealthy relationship, or you find out that they're cheating, or you find out something about them, you automatically start to plan a trip. Like somehow y'all going on vacation and you guys are doing things. Let me see. I think this has on like, let me take this off. I think there's like a little, okay, there we go. I think I got it. You guys know, like sometimes after going through these experiences, after you find out that they're cheating, you find out they've been lying to you about stuff, somehow you guys go on a vacation. It's like you're paying them, like you're begging them to forgive you, but you're paying for it. Like I don't think I know how to explain that very well. But that was something that happened. We went on a trip together. This man bought me a ring. But let me back it up a little bit, because after me seeing him with all these naked pictures, sharing it with other people, then he went and bought me a ring. Mind you, we was already married since 2009. But he was arguing with me, cussing me out, because they always cuss you and disrespect you before they do what they're going to do. So if you know their patterns, if you know their routine, when you see them acting out a certain way, something else is in the pipeline. They're doing something way different. And that's what he did. He took my ring. We had an argument. I had took off the ring and put it on the dresser, right? He took my ring and flushed it down the toilet and told me that I was a bitch and I was not deserving of this ring. Okay? That crushed me. Okay? It crushed me. Listen, okay? I was beyond hurt. So after that incident happened, now we went on a trip. He surprised me with a new ring. This time it was a white gold, 14 carats, whatever. And it was actually diamonds, because our wedding ring was 10 carat gold. It wasn't even 14 carat gold. And they were cubic zirconia. Okay. So it wasn't even anything legit, but it was my wedding band and I appreciated it. Right. This man bought me a new ring and gave it to me. Y'all, I couldn't accept it. I couldn't. Don't out now.
It's gonna take a night.
Yeah, I'll get to you. Stop doing this. You guys are doing this way too often. Cut it out. Cut it out. Stop. Y'all. No. Okay. There's a time and place for it, and not tonight. Okay. Stay over there. Y'all. Okay. Y'all. Not tonight. But anyway, this man bought this ring for me, and it was like a square diamond ring or whatever. I was beyond already disgusted. I was not trying to do it. Like, he gave me the ring, went down on one knee, trying to do this whole, I love you, I want my family. Because every time when they screw up, they want their family, and this is now some love bombing stuff all over again, over the top, doing something extra. I couldn't feel it. I didn't believe it. I didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't want any parts of it. I had lost the taste in my mouth for the originality of it, right? The things that he said, the actions that he took to throw out the ring and stuff, I couldn't see past that to really be comfortable to continue the marriage with him. I was still in it, of course, years later, but I couldn't get past that. It's like I already knew it was over, but I was convincing myself that it was okay to continue. I was still convincing myself that it was okay to continue this marriage. It was okay to keep pushing forward in this marriage. And somewhere in there, I knew it was already over, because how dare somebody take your wedding ring, flush it down the toilet, and tell you that you're a bitch and you're not deserving of it? Like, how do you come back from that? And I think I wanted to come back from it, but I just really couldn't. I couldn't operate the same. I tried. And they'll keep you on that hamster wheel. They'll keep you on that narcissistic cycle. They'll keep you hanging on for way longer than you really want to, because that toxicity, you're addicted to it and you can't let go. So even after they've done devastating things to you, blatantly disrespectful, cheating, nasty things, you're still finding it in you to forgive the narcissist. You're still finding it in you to say you still want the relationship to work, but there's a piece of you that have been gone a long time, and it's so hard to recover that part of you. It's so hard to resurrect that part of you for the same person again. I complained every day. Okay. He had the ring for about maybe 2 weeks. I complained for the whole 2 weeks when he got me the ring. I wore it, but I complained, and it was a lie. It was not hooking up into my suits, because I'm working at the bank. I had on my suits and everything. The ring was not hooking onto my suit, but because it had the sharp corners and stuff like that, I used that as an excuse to complain, because I know I don't want it. So I wanted him to return it back to the jeweler and get his money back. Like, I don't want it, and maybe I could have took it and sold it, but bro, you're dependent on me. What do I need that for? You have a bill with them, it's going to be my bill. Let's be honest, right? When you're with the narcissist, you're footing the expenses. You're taking on all of the bill, whether you're a man or a woman. You're taking on the expenses. So when they put up this big show, like you're going to go get a ring, let's be honest, I know you don't got it. and I don't want it. Hey, Danielle, welcome in, sis. I know you don't have it. So by you trying to offer me this ring, and that's just what shut me up. Because I know you're not going to make the payments on the ring. I know you're not going to be able to take care of it. So you're putting back all of that responsibility back on me. I was already disgusted, y'all. I think I kind of dig that one up, right? I kind of dug that one up a little bit tonight. I don't think I really ever talk about that experience. I guess I was too embarrassed about it to talk about it. I never talk about that experience and really said anything about what he did. I just never wore a ring. I just never wore a ring because one, I didn't have one because he dumped it in the toilet, and two, he replaced it, but I just didn't want it. I couldn't see him the same anymore. I couldn't, regardless of how long I stayed. I just couldn't see him the same. I couldn't look at him the same. And this went on for years of seeing him, texting other women. Even I remember one time when I was pregnant with my youngest, I went into his phone and I was like, wait, what? And I think it was on the computer because, the iPhone and stuff. I think I was able to get it into his phone on the computer. And when I got into his phone and I'm looking in there, he have some other woman name saving his phone as baby. Like, who is your baby? And that's that's not my number. But these are some of the devastating things, the nasty experiences that you go through with the narcissist, and you're still holding on to them for dear life. You're still holding on to them for some sign of hope and some sign of them changing. But think about how many times you're accepting that behavior. You never left. It never clicked to me. I couldn't get it. I couldn't understand when people would say, you have to teach them a lesson. And I'm like, yeah, but if I leave, I'm not trying to go back. So, how do I teach you a lesson and stay here with you to teach you the lesson to see you do better? I was never taught what that looks like, to set healthy boundaries, to respect myself. I didn't know none of these things. So yes, I accepted the disrespect. Yes, I accepted the poor treatment because I just wanted to be loved. I wasn't trying to be with somebody who's going to hurt me. Like, that wasn't my intention to get in a relationship. But when you think about it, with being with a narcissistic person, you're not in that relationship because they see you as a partner. They see you as a supply. They see you as a thing. They see you as a meal, like their meal for today, their dinner for today. So you are going into it with long-term expectations. You're going into it with long-term plans, and you're going into this relationship hoping that something good is going to come out of it. But that narcissistic person is looking at you like, you're here for dinner tonight. You're here because I just want to, have a one-night experience. But you're looking at it that they're being with you for a long-term relationship. So you're planning family with them, and they're watching you have these conversations about family, about relationship, about long-term goals. And they know full and well they don't want that. They know they can't maintain it. They know anything they put their hands on, they're going to destroy it. But if they tell you yes, and buy into what you're selling and what you believe to be true, then you'll accept them and you'll hang around, and they'll get you hooked in because now they get to plan this fake future, which we call that future faking. So they'll plan a whole future that they know they're not going to fulfill. But that's the thing. We let the narcissists into our bedrooms before them showing us the vision. We let them into our minds before them showing us the plan. We let them into our heart, into our personal space. And once they come in, they're like energy vampires. When they plug into you, they're going to suck you dry. So when a narcissist comes in to take that piece of you and to pull away from you, they're hooking up to the part of you that's vulnerable. They're hooking up to the part of you that's frail, that's weak, that needs that type of love and affection and is desperate. That part of you out of desperation, that's what they're holding on to and sucking from you, okay? So they know by the poor treatment that they're giving you that you're not used to anything better. They already know that the simple fact that they're not even following through on this fake plan that they're giving you, they're not putting in any effort. If you really think about the effort that the narcissist put into it, it's empty words. It's empty promises. They're just telling you things verbally, but they're not following through with it. Hey, Wise Oracle, welcome in. You just got out of a narcissistic relationship. You see, okay. If you don't mind me asking, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Shannon, welcome in. First time seeing you. Welcome in. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining our family. We appreciate you. I have a question for you, Wise Oracle, because I know about the future faking and all these things. And I know I might have a treat for you guys this week. I don't know. I might have a little surprise. I don't know. I don't want to kind of, blow my horn too fast, but maybe I'll make an announcement ahead of time. But I have a question for you, Wise Oracle, if you're still in the room. I have a question for you. You said you recently, you said you got out of a narcissistic relationship. I'm not sure how long it is, but how long when you got out of it before you started to feel the brighter days? Because I know, I don't know how long it took for you, but I know in the first couple, it's pretty challenging. Oh, you're still here. Beautiful. Thank you so much, my love. I know for the first couple, I don't know how long it is for you or it was for you, or maybe you're still going through it, but you said you started to see brighter days. Let me put your comment up so somebody could see it and read it, right? And if they're watching it on the replay, what was that like for you? If you don't mind kind of telling me something, was it a long period of time that before you started feeling these brighter days? Was it a month, 2 months, 3 weeks? Because it took me a long time. It took me a long time. Wow. Okay. So you're getting to that place now after 6 months. I think that's incredible. I think that's really incredible. And I just want people to see that it's possible to get out of the narcissistic relationship and start your healing process. It's gonna be rough, okay? So after 6 months, maybe in the 5th month, might have been when you started to actually feel a breakthrough or you're pushing through. And I don't know for you, but I know many of my clients feel in the first 30 days, 30 to 60 days, they start to feel that withdrawal symptom more than anything else, is where you just want this pain to stop. You want to stop hurting so bad. You want to stop this ache. And you just want to take back a piece of them. The piece that was good, the fake piece that was good, that they made you believe that this was good, is the part that you're holding on to. But every time they would think about going back to the narcissist, the bad outweighs the good. The abuse outweighs the fun times. It always reminds you, when you sit down and really assess the situation and sit down and look at what you really experience with the narcissist. You cannot beg somebody to be with you. You cannot beg somebody to want to stay with you, to have a relationship with you. You can't beg somebody to do right by you. So if you're finding yourself in a position where you're begging someone to treat you nice, you're begging someone to respect you, you're begging someone to acknowledge you, you're begging someone to show you that you are worthy, that's already telling them that you didn't think that you're worthy to be in a relationship with them. See, we're empaths. So we look at things through lens we can make it work. We'll figure it out. We can start here and we'll build on this. See, if you don't start now to protect that part of you, your heart is yours. That's the most precious thing you could possibly have. If that heart stops beating, you're gone. That's it. You're done. So if you're just going to meet someone and in 2 weeks, they're worthy of your heart, think about it for a second. If you just met a person and in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you're the one. This is their favorite statement. Oh, you're the one. Where have you been all my life? Red flags. These are all red flags, but these are their go-to statements. Where have you been all my life? I've been looking for you my whole life. Like, I don't know how I was surviving without you. The game, running game. They still don't know you. So the 2 weeks of little stuff that they've learned about you, could that give them a lifetime of knowledge and information about you? Both of you guys are strangers, are complete strangers to each other. But this is the person that's future faking it with you, and you're believing it. So breaking away from something that is an addiction is gonna be super hard. But in those first couple of weeks or months, I know it's hard. That's the hardest part. And then you go through hiccups, different intervals later on when it starts to get even harder. That's when you're healing and you're recovering and you're starting to understand the narcissist on a different level. When you start to truly see that they were intentional about hurting you, that's a different pain. That's a different stage in the healing journey that you got to get over that hump. That's a whole different level that you got to get over it. Let me see. So Vortex says, it took me 30 days, but that's because you're so welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support and the love. I appreciate it, guys. This is a real life client of mine, friends, like a bunch of mixed emotions, support, love. Like this is someone who I've watched grow because he really listened, and he's intentional about his healing, his recovery, and everything. And I'm seeing him just grow. I don't just coach women, I coach men too. And it's just because of my experience and knowledge and if you listen and push through, you're going to be just fine. So I applaud you for pushing through that hurdle to get past that stage of feeling low, because during those, like I said, some people it's different, some people it's 30 days, some people it's 60, but it's a hump that you get over because there's many different stages that you go through in the healing journey. And as long as you're living, as long as you're alive, there's always going to be something to heal from. So don't let anybody tell you they're 100% healed. That's crap. Okay. That's crap. You'll never be 100% healed. What happened is that you get stronger, you get better, you learn to overcome things better. So now you have experience. So your experience is going to expand your wisdom, your knowledge base. So with that level of wisdom, you make better decisions going forward. You're not so eager to do things because you've had that level of disappointment already. So you don't give anyone the chance to come back again and destroy you like that. You might be tainted a little bit, you might be hurt just a little bit, but you will not give anyone that leverage over your life ever again. And it's not because you're bitter. It's not because you're angry. And I know sometimes we are angry. So I can't say for everyone that you're not angry, because who wouldn't be with someone who wasted your whole time? But was it truly wasted though? Was it really, truly wasted when you have gained so much wisdom? You love to the point where you didn't love yourself. You love to the point where you love them more than how you love yourself. You love to the point where you were so down, you were so broken, you were so vulnerable. If someone spin you like this, you would have gone. You didn't have a backbone. You didn't know how to set boundaries. You didn't know what trust looked like. The narcissist taught you a lot of things. And I get it, they're horrible creatures, but they were sent to shape you and to mold you into the person that you are today, the person that you're becoming. It's unfortunate that we had to go through it this way. But if somebody had given us the blueprint to tell us that this is how it's going to feel, would we have gone that route to get that level of maturity and growth that we do have now? Now, I'm pretty sure you don't get up and just trust any old body. You're going to allow them to earn that trust. Because some people say, oh, trust is given. Oh, I just give people trust. How you just gonna give people trust? Would you trust people with your kids? Just hand over your kids to a perfectly stranger? Well, think about it that way when you start inviting people into your space. You're just handing over something that's precious to you to a complete stranger. You don't even know if they're perverts. You don't even know if they're pedophiles. You don't even know nothing about them, but you just want to open up to them like that? Why? But now that you've gone through this narcissistic experience and it has put you in a position to learn, now you're going to evolve on a level that you've never seen before. Now you're going to get to other levels where you're going to mature in such a way that is incredible. Let me jump back into some of the comments. And Vortex, he has a surprise for y'all. He said he's coming on Thursday to chat with us. So let's hear it from a man's perspective, okay? Let's see some of the things that's possibly working for him, some words of encouragement, or maybe just straight up how he feels. Like, I don't know where he's going to take it. I'm going to allow him to come in and yeah, I'll just follow his lead on Thursday when he comes in. So he wants to come in and hang out with us on Thursday night. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope you guys come back on Thursday. I know Thursday is not a regular night for me, but he wanted to squeeze in a session for us to do it because the weekend is going to be pretty booked. So we're squeezing in another session in here, y'all. So we're coming back Thursday nights. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to be back here this Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let me jump back into the comments section. So let me see how far back I could go because I don't want to miss too much. And if I've missed a question, you guys know tonight, we definitely Q&A tonight, definitely Q&A tonight. Definitely Q&A tonight. So I'm going to just see if I could grab something. You said this experience. Let me see what you said. This experience will stay with you for a lifetime, though. My discernment is on high. Listen, I'm with you. Okay. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be bitter. You don't have to. Okay. And I see once you see it, you can't unsee that part. Y'all hear this? Shannon, you hear what Shannon said? Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. So you come out of the delusional world. Once you see it, you come out of the delusional world and you stop being naive, okay? Because we can all agree that we all was naive at some point, okay? Once you see it, I'm telling you, you cannot unsee it anymore. And the thing about it is that you start seeing it in other people, in other areas. Like, it's different. And let me tell y'all something. That's when I know that the healing is working. That's how I know that you're turning a new leaf. That's when I know that you're turning a new chapter. It's not that you're calling everyone a narcissist. No, you're becoming more equipped at spotting narcissistic traits. So what that's going to do for you is going to help you to build yourself up to not get tricked by that again. Because now that you can see it in other people that you're not in a romantic relationship with, you're not blind to the situation anymore. Because remember, when you have access to a person, it creates blindness. So they'll say access breeds blindness because now you're blind to things. That's why they say love is blind, because now you love the person. So you're blindsided to all the negative things that they're doing. You overlook things so much and you really don't hold them to what they're doing. You bypass stuff. Look at the beginning, how I started this is that I went into this man's phone, saw naked pictures in his phone that he was not sending these pictures to me. And I lied and made up a story that the woman sent it to me because I knew how to go into his deleted stuff, find it, send it to myself, and then tell him that she sent it to me to catch him in a lie, to corner him. And he confessed to it at that time that, yes, that's true. What in the world? And this was 5 years in, y'all. And I did a total of 13 years. That was 5 years in. If I even backtrack it a bit, 1 year in, he had a child on me, an outside child on me. Okay. 1 year in, he had a child on me. 1 year. So I don't fault you guys for forgiving them and finding yourself back and forth, because I've been there. I have been there, done it all. Okay. So you're not in this alone. You're going to get through it. You're going to be all right, but it's going to take time. Yes, you're going to go through that period. It might be 6 months. It might be 6 weeks. It might be 6 years. You don't know how long it's going to be, but you're going to go through a painful period. And it's not for you to run to somebody else for a relationship. It's not for you to just hop in bed with somebody else. That's not going to help. A lot of people, what they do, instead of facing the pain, facing these things that you guys are facing right now, instead of them really facing this, they hop into bed with somebody else. They numb themselves and they think that, oh, years have gone by, months have gone by. Oh, I'm healed. Oh, I've been out of that relationship or been out of that marriage for 5 years, 4 years. Did you do the work? Did you do the work? Because if y'all here, y'all know what the work looks like, okay? It's something different. When you peel those layers back and you have to sit in that raw pain and face it, you're coming out with a different type of strength. You're being more empowered to conquer a lot of things. You're a warrior. You're a soldier that understands how to get up off that battlefield and stand up and rise to the occasion. Oh, you understand it. Oh, you're a big one. That's why they send such a big narcissist to get you, because you're a big one. You're a hard one to take down. You've been under attack, not just now. This is something that's been going on for a long time. You're under attack, not because this is brand new. No, you've been having attack majority of your life. And I'm speaking to myself when I'm saying this to you, because you know when you got real survivors, okay? You know when you got real ones, when the narcissists have to leave you and leave defeated. Because the job that they came to do was to take you out. Baby, you're still standing. Remind yourself that you're still standing. And they have to find themselves a weaker supply. So when you're sitting here worried about the next supply that they're with and wondering what's going on with the next supply, they couldn't break you. They couldn't break you. They did everything in their power to break you, and they couldn't. Remember that about yourself, okay? Remember that about yourself. Remember that about yourself. Hey, Franklin. Welcome in, Franklin. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Let me see what Fazia said. Hold on. She said the ex-narc broke up with me on 8/10 and I went no contact for 3 months. Hoovered me, and after 2 weeks, he ghosted me again. That I'm done. Don't feel bad. I did it for 11 months for the first time ever. Do not feel bad for going back to them after they've hoovered you, because you believe it, okay? The person didn't change, okay? And that's the thing. We are not taught how to observe changed behaviors, okay? We're not taught to observe changed behaviors. We take people's words and there's no actions to back it up. That's the problem. I'll take your word for it. We're too trusting. It's too easy to get over on us. Let's be honest. That is a lack of boundary. That's really like you're just an emotional punching bag at that point. Like that's really what it is. And if we don't understand that, it takes more than just, oh, I've changed. I want my family. I miss you. Oh, I miss that thing. What? No. What have you done? So you have moved towards this, you have done that, you have done this in place. Okay, well, I need to see you showing me this for 6 months. But we're scared. We're scared we're going to lose them in 6 months. We're scared we're going to lose them to show us progress over a period of time. And we observe it and learn how to withhold ourselves from them. We don't understand how to do these things because we're so addicted to them. And they've listened to everything you have requested, every single thing you have told them that you wanted to change and how you want to better the relationship and all these things that you have told them. They listen to every single thing that you have said to them. Do nothing. And then they wait until you guys are broken up to remind you of the very thing that you've always wanted. And then they tease you with it to tell you that, I'm now going to start doing this. Let's give it 6 months and see how things go. I don't want my family to be broken up. I'm going to get a job and I'm going to do this. I'm going to pay this. I'm going to do everything that you've ever said. They're going to tell you it now. And instead of you sitting there and let them show you over a period of time and you observe it, no, you take them back and want them to show you while you're together. That's the problem. That's exactly how they got you in the beginning. That's the problem. In the beginning, they did not show you that they were worthy of being in a relationship with you. In the beginning, they didn't get no time over a period of time to prove themselves to you and show you consistently who they are. All they know that you want to hear that, oh, a man is consistent. That's how you know that a man is a good man, because he's consistent. Consistently calling your phone? Very much. Consistently studying you? But how long is he consistent for? If we all measure it, many of us got in bed with them within less than a month. Less than a month. Many of us. Okay? Many of us. Less than a month. But a narcissist, that's their weapon. That's their strong point. They have to execute stuff that way first, because that clouds your judgment. So if you haven't learned anything from the narcissist, you now know how to slow down, not be so quick to jump into a relationship, because they move fast. They have to move very fast. This is rapid. This is a quick thing. It got to go. It got to move. It got to move, and it got to move now. But it looks like it's moving slow to you because you're thinking, oh, it feels like I've known you for forever. Because you're buying into the illusion of what they're selling, and it's working because they're programming you and conditioning you to feel as if you're in a long-term relationship and this is how it's going to be forever. But you're just in the love bombing phase in the beginning where everything is blurry. Everything looks good. It looks so peachy. It looks so wonderful, and it's glamorous at this particular time. That's how a narcissist gets you hooked in. And then they future fake stuff with you. So all this thing that you're thinking that you guys are going to be doing together, no, that's not happening. Because you already gave them the goods. There's nothing there to work for. And a narcissist is not going to work that hard. They're patient enough to wait. They're patient enough to wait and to unleash. But you're going to see little snippets. If you let a narcissist wait long enough, you'll start to see little snippets of the mask slipping. You'll see it, I promise you. If you hang tight, you'll see it because it was in front of you the whole time. The narcissist did not hide who they were to you. They showed you who they were. Maybe not the full-blown them, but they showed you who they were. If you stop and think about it, you can remember all the evidence was in front of your face the whole time. It was there. But we often tend to fit them into our puzzle, and we want them to be somebody else who they're not. So we start to visualize them in a certain way that they didn't even show us that they qualify for that. Let me see. Emotional dumpster. Listen, they come and they drop that all off on you. They drop it all on you. Okay. Let me see. Girl. So I thought about this, right? I thought about this that you said just now. I thought about it Sunday. Sunday, I was going to the store with my oldest daughter. We were going to the store. And I just started to think about a couple of things. Like, she was telling me, like, you know, he looks like, I guess he called her a couple of weeks back or something. She was like, oh my goodness, he looks homeless. He looks crazy. Like, he has the receding hairline in the front, and then he got box braids going on, and his beard is bushy and stuff and all these things. She's like, Mommy, he looks really homeless. I'm like, yeah, but that's your dad, you know, just love him for who he is. And I'm like, isn't it different now that you're able to see him for who he is instead of who you want him to be? She was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's your dad. So if he looks like that, that's who he is. So I said, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to have any other dad but your dad. She was like, yeah. I said, exactly. That's your dad. Regardless of how he looks or how crazy he is, at least you know who he is. And that's important. See, I don't try to tell my kids negative about their dad, right? They know who he is. They know he's not doing anything. They know these things. You don't have to show any of that to your kids. They'll see for themselves. But this is what I said to her in the conversation. I said, baby girl, the woman that's with your dad, think about the type of woman that she is. Okay. Think about the choice that she makes, which tells a lot about her as a woman. Okay. She got with a married man. Okay. This man married, has 2 children, no job, sleeping on his friend's couch because we were going through an argument or whatever it might have been or whatever, because, you're always with something with them. Okay. But he's in a rundown house on his friend's couch sleeping. And I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying, look at what's happening. So he doesn't have a job to take care of his 2 children, and he has a wife and a home, but he's not there. That's not alarming to you? That's not alarming to you. And as a woman, she had an 8-year-old child with one man, and then a 2-year-old child with another man. So this is her story. And now she's with a married man that has 2 children at home. And then now she got pregnant for him. And then have a second child with him. So I said all of this because sometimes you're sitting here upset about what's going on in the narcissist's life. Like I said, you're the stronger one. You got away. You're the one that they couldn't break and cave to control. They have to find new supply. Think about how low that young lady's self-esteem is. Okay. We're not in her position. We might have been in her position at one time, but we're here now looking at this situation, and let's talk about it, right? Think about how low her self-esteem possibly is for her to have 2 different children under 10 years old by 2 different men. And then now she come to be with a married man who's not working, is not taking care of his own children at home. What does she possibly think is going to happen with her? So you're thinking that they run to a better woman, somebody stronger, somebody this. No, they go to somebody weaker. Think about where she is. All they think about is a supply. They will ruin their home for a supply, for a moment, for a thing. But this is how narcissistic people operate. You cannot get them to do the right thing. You cannot get them to do things that you think is going to work for you. So you have to let them go. Let them go and continue this thing. How? So in the moment, you're thinking that this man is going to turn around and change the world and bring it to you, but you're with him and seeing that he's not even taking care of his kids. What do you think is going to happen to you over time? Narcissist does not change. The only thing that changes about a narcissist is supplies. The only thing that changes about a narcissist are their supplies. And if you won't do it, they'll get another supply to do it. Because the lower your boundary is, the lower your standards is, it's a win for them. Because all it is control. That's all it really is that if they're able to control you, then they win. Okay? They don't see you as equal. They don't see you as a partner. They see you as a puppet. And they have to control you in order to maneuver this relationship. They don't see you as a partner. They don't see you as a person. They see you as a toy that needs to praise them, give them admiration, pour into them, do for them, and make them king or queen. Hey, say it ain't so. Hey, Shalimar, have not seen you before. Welcome in. Let me see. Oh no, where's Vortex? Where is Vortex? Please remove this comment. We don't do no readings over here. Shalimar, thank you for stopping in. But we don't do any type of readings or anything in here. Sorry. Let me see if I could do it. Yep. Think I got it. Or you got it before me? Something like that, right? So let me see the downgrade. The downgrade, girl. Okay. The downgrade. You don't have to care, Shalimar. Thank you for the watch time, though. Thank you. Appreciate you. The downgrade is incredible. They always do, but for some reason, because you think that you were building them up and you were trying to build a life with them, and everything that you've been building and putting in all your effort and all your energy into, they ruin that. They take that away from you. They don't want you to be in any type of situation where you feel comfortable. How do we do this? Y'all know that's why. I don't think I know how to do it. I don't think I know how to do it, but whatever. But this is what they do. They don't go to somebody higher, but you're so hurt. You're so broken, and you're in the moment that you're devastated going through this experience with them. And you're like, how could you leave me for somebody else? And you start comparing yourself to the next person. You start comparing yourself thinking that, oh, what does she have that I don't have, or what he got that I don't have? And you start comparing yourself. The reality is they know they won't find another you. They will not find another you. You're too strong, okay? But there is another you that's out there, though. There is another you. Because remember, you two once had a low self-esteem. You two, at certain points, did not have boundaries. You didn't know how to set healthy boundaries. So you allowed them to continuously walk over you to the point where you were walking on eggshells. So the more you grow, you realize that, damn, I was real shallow. Damn, I didn't want much out of a relationship. I just wanted bare minimum. And you start to look at yourself like you're begging for the bare minimum. And not even that you were worthy of getting from the narcissist. Not even that. They couldn't give you the bare minimum. The downgrade is real. You better recognize. You better recognize that you're a grade A supply. Listen, you better recognize you're a grade A supply. That's all I'm going to say. You're a grade A supply. And if you don't recognize that, then you don't know who you are. You're the one who plans. You're the one who prepares stuff. You're the one who organizes. You're the one who structures things. You're the one who don't give up so easy. You're the one who are patient. You're kind. You're loving. You're gentle. You have these qualities, and that's why the narcissists pick you. They didn't pick you by accident. They pick you because they know you are going to stay. They know they're going to have a long run with you. And don't be that ambitious woman. Do not be that ambitious type of man. Oh, forget about it. You're a grade A supply. You're the supply that they want because you're going to stick around for a longer time. And oh, you believe in God? Oh, even better. Oh, even better. You believe in God? Best believe it. They're going to pull you so much further away from God that is insane. You're going to stop doing things that you normally would do because they're going to object to everything because they want all your attention. So everything you're doing, they're going to disrupt it because they have to pull you further away from God. But guess what? They want you to give them the godly things, though. They want you to be loving. They want all these fruits of the spirit. They want all of these things because they know that you're going to forgive them. You're not going to give up so easily. You're not going to just walk away and throw in the towel after the first problem. You're going to sit there and work through these problems. You're going to sit there and work through the situations, the breakdown in the relationship. You're not going anywhere. They know that. And this is something that came into my thoughts. I think it was today on my lunch break. It came into my thoughts and I started to think about it and I was just like, they know that you're not going anywhere. Not because you're not going anywhere, But the first time when the incident happened, you forgave them, right? You forgave them the first time. The second, the third, you forgave them. So this time when you're frustrated and you really want to walk away, you start to measure that it was just an argument, and you start to think to yourself, why am I going to walk away for an argument? That's not a big of a deal to walk away and end the relationship because we had an argument. You see how we think? It popped into my thoughts today on my lunch break, and I was just like, yeah, we're guilty of that. But then when it builds up now, it feels like a big reason to leave. We overlook one disrespect, two, and the little at a time. We overlook these little disrespect. And we're afraid to walk away and to stand up for somebody treating us less than because it was one time. And then the second time when it happened, it's a little bit different because they test you to see how you respond to the first, disrespect. It's all a test. All of these experiences are tests. The first breakup, the buy you back in, the reel you back in, all of these things, these are all part of their tests because it's conditioning you. See, the best way to deal with a narcissist is that the first time when they play with you, you step. The first time somebody decides to play with you, step. Because if you're a toy and they look at you as a toy, then you must be in a toy store. You must show up at Christmas time, birthdays, special events. You must show up that time. There's no way you're a human being that functions on a regular day-to-day basis. You got to show up just during special occasions or during the holiday season, okay? Because they must think you're a toy. Show them better than you can tell them. You don't need to negotiate with nobody about your worth. You don't need to negotiate with nobody that you're not a toy to be played with. It's irrelevant. If you have to verbalize it, you don't truly believe it. I said it. Okay? If you have to verbalize to somebody and tell them not to disrespect you or beg them not to multiple times, they already know that you don't believe it. Because if you believe it, you would have stand on your business. You would have stand on your worth. You'd be like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. They'll show you in the beginning. They'll show you what time of day it is. Hey, Lisa. I ended up here. I don't know. I just in the right time. In the moment, my God, you're welcome. Well, welcome to the family. Welcome. We go live every Tuesday and Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So feel free to subscribe to the channel, set your reminder. This is what we talk about to help you to get through these things, to help you to overcome it, to help you to heal from it, to help you to recover, to help you to understand that you're not losing your mind. You're not crazy. You're not insane for how you feel, the things that you have gone through. Life after narcissism, okay? So life beyond narcissism, this is the page where you know that life does exist beyond the narcissist, okay? So sometimes if you're in the relationship with them, you're trying to navigate, you're trying to function, it's going to be cloudy. I can tell you that, okay? It's going to be foggy. It's going to be cloudy, and you're not even sure what to think. Sometimes you'll be in disbelief because you don't want to believe that you're really a narcissist. But the thing about, I think it's called a Munchausen syndrome. Yeah, listen, I don't say everything right, okay? I think it's a Munchausen syndrome. That's where your abuser continuously abuse you, but you, the victim, keeps going back to the abuser to gain clarity, and you protect your abuser. Like that's kind of some of the things that you experience. Hey, isn't she lovely? It's been forever. I have not seen you. I've not seen you in forever. Shalom, sis. Shalom, shalom. Blessings, greetings. So grateful to see you. Lisa, I'm not telling you what to do, Lisa, but you have a home here, okay? You have a home here on this channel. We're family, okay? We're family. Listen, I'm not trying to ask anybody for anything, beg anything, nothing. Listen, y'all know what time of day it is, okay? Isn't she lovely? I know. Isn't she lovely? Could tell you it's been, what, 2 years now since I've been doing this? I don't ask nobody for nothing. I just come on, provide support. It's just that I was gone for a little while. Yes, I was gone for a little while, transitioning, experiencing life outside of the narcissist, that is, and just really here. So you're okay. All right. Welcome, Lisa. Welcome. Make sure you subscribe, and keep listening. Keep showing up. You're going to gain strength. You're going to become stronger. You're going to become stronger. Okay. You're not the only one who's, as you can see, you're not the only one who's going through stuff like this. You're not in this by yourself, and you're not going to be alone. It's hard to leave out of a marriage. I was married for 13 years, including the finalization of my marriage, divorce. Yeah. Okay. It's not an easy road. It's not easy. It's really not. Year 10 was when I knew I couldn't do this 10 more years. I couldn't. It took me 3 years to get the final hoovers in, get the final finances, that we have together tied up, like all these loose ends. It took me 3 years to really wrap this thing up and be done with it. Okay. So I'm not telling you to leave, and I'm not telling you to stay, but your mental health, your mental health is everything. When you're with a narcissist, you're not mentally okay. Okay. I can tell you that. You're just surviving. You're just showing up. You're not functioning properly. I know that. I was doing it with my kids. I was just showing up. Since night one of mine came in, and I told her, no, not tonight. Get out. I'll come talk to you and hug you. Y'all know how much I love my babies. Okay. I do. But there's sometimes where I draw the line with them as well too. Boundaries, like I do it. Because if I think about it, let's be honest, they did this Saturday night for those of you who are here, right? They did it Saturday night. They're making it a habit, as you could possibly see. So that immediate shutdown stopped it, okay? So, and they're out there laughing. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but they're out there laughing. But she came in to tell me, good night. See, that's the thing. You have to put your foot down. And it don't matter how harsh it's going to be to somebody that's going to get their feelings hurt. What about you? You're being taken advantage of. You're going to push over for what? No. So until you stand up for yourself and your yes be yes, your no be no, and you stand firm and stand your grounds, you'll teach people how to treat you. You'll teach people what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. So whether it's a marriage, whether it's a relationship, whether it's dating, whatever it is that you're in with a narcissist, they're going to continue to take advantage of you if you don't stand up for yourself. And it's harder to heal in the place that you were hurt. I know. It's harder to think that you're going to be healing in the place that you were hurt. They will torture you. They will torment you. They will make you feel guilty for doing something for yourself. Even if it's taking care of yourself, your well-being, they'll make you feel guilty just for putting yourself first. When you're with the narcissist, you do not come first. The kids do not come first. The narcissist comes first. Okay? The narcissist comes first. Not you. Not you. At all. And you know this to be true. What feelings you have? You cannot have any feelings. No, you can't have a bad day. If you're having a bad day, they want you to take care of them during the bad day that you're having. Oh, they want you to get them something, you to do for them while you're having a challenging day. You're not allowed to have these type of days. Okay? That's what it is being with a narcissist. And after some point in time, you stop telling people the horrible things because you keep going back to them. So you stop complaining about them to people and you sit there and numb. You've lost your appetite. You're trying. You've lost your feelings. You lost your emotions. You lost everything. But you can't give up. There's a burning fire inside of you that you cannot give up. And you're holding on to dear life. They'll put you through some of the most challenging experience, the wildest, craziest things that you could possibly think about. But yet still you stay, wanting them to change. But you never change. See, a narcissist doesn't have to change, but you can. You never change your outlook. You never change your perspective. You never change your momentum, the things about you. You never change. So the narcissist is accustomed to you. Let you switch up and stop giving them the supply that they need. They're gonna rage. They're gonna be angry. They're gonna get very aggressive, but you're gonna see a side of them that you've never seen before when you start to starve a narcissist. They hate starvation. No contact, starvation, yeah. But I always tell each and every one of you guys, have a plan, okay? If you don't already have one, start creating one. Have a plan outside of your household, okay? Have a plan. Take my foolish advice. Have a plan. Have a safety bag somewhere at somebody's house that you're going to need, okay? Because if you start to stand up for yourself, if you start to believe in yourself, if you start to make any move that the narcissist could smell you different, it's going to be a problem. Okay? It's going to be a problem. You know, because they're accusing you of everything that they're doing. So if you start standing up to them, you know what it's going to be like. You're going to start walking on eggshells. They're going to do that intimidating tactic and do stuff to make you stay. So they drive fear in you to make you stay. Why you think a narcissist drive fear in you to make you stay? What's the possible reason that a narcissist would drive fear in you to make you stay? Why? Daniel, I appreciate you, Daniel. Yeah, Daniel been here now with me a few weeks ago, and it's the timing, right, Daniel? The timing was everything, and she could tell you for herself where she is now a few weeks later, okay? A few weeks later, Daniel will speak for herself and tell you, shared in the comment section to let you know what's going on, the type of love that we have here, the type of support, you know, the belief system, like you're believing in yourself. You're gaining back your momentum, you're gaining back your strength. That's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get here, okay? You're going to start gaining back your strength. You're going to start believing in yourself. Yes, I would agree. Do you think, oh, you're already with the question, Wise? Because I was about to after answering this, I was gonna start going into Q&A Q&A, but I see your question, so I'm gonna put it up so I don't miss it. They're the empty vessel. You are so spot on. I'm gonna put your question up because after I answer this question about why you think the narcissist does that intimidating tactic or whatever, what is the real thing behind it? Then I'm going to go into Q&A. I can answer a couple of you guys' questions. If you have any questions, any burning questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to ask them, okay? That's what I'm here for. This scare tactic. And this is what I want you guys to understand. If you don't take away anything, oh, my phone died. If you guys don't take away me tonight, think about the narcissist, okay? Scared little boy, okay? What happened to my internet? What? My internet is good? Is it good? Am I good? My signal looks a bit low. How's my internet, y'all? Why does that? Looks like the internet is low. Are we good? Can I get a yes, a thumbs up or something in the comment section? That we good? I don't know. You can hear? And it went out for a moment. Is it back properly now? Are we good? Oh, good. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. So in case you didn't hear me, let me kind of walk it back just a little bit. When you think about the narcissist, so for you ladies, if you think about the narcissist, you're trying to have a conversation with them, right? Just simple conversation. They cannot have a conversation with you because you're an adult. The narcissist is still a child. I know they're in a big body, and I get that, okay? They don't have the type of reasoning ability that you have. Okay. And I know you're trying to reason with them. You're trying to dumb yourself down to have a conversation with them. You got to remember, that's a scared little boy inside of the narcissist. You know that they're scared. You've seen the fear on them. So you know they're scared. But you're trying to have mature, adult, grown responsibility conversations with a child. A child just want to go play with this little soldier mans, the video games, the Nintendo. That's really what a child wants to do. So you're talking to a child about financial planning, these real estate investments, buying a house, mortgage loans. They don't speak that language. So they're instead of telling you, they don't understand it because they're kids, right? Sorry about that, but they scream, they yell at you, they start an argument every time you want to talk about this whole thing, every time you want to talk about that, to throw you off. They're not mature enough to have these conversations. They're not grown. So they're scared little kids inside of them that didn't get their voices heard. So there was silence as kids and they didn't get their voices heard. So they throw these tantrums because their emotions are not regulated, okay? They're not developed properly. If you research arrested development, research it. You don't got to believe me, but just research it. Arrested development, okay? They weren't able to process their emotions and regulate their emotions. They were not corrected, redirected, and trained as a child to handle these things. They weren't trained for these things. So when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you're dealing with an immature child who does not know how to process their emotions properly, who do not know how to have a mature conversation. Yes, you might find yourself talking with them, but these things are all surface level. They're not deep. They're not meaningful. They cannot stay engaged in these type of conversations for a long period of time. It's that childlike stuff. It's that childlike mindset. They did not mature yet. So their parent didn't allow them to go through that level of maturity because they somehow crippled them. So you know how some parents, they do everything for their kids. They don't allow them to do things and they crippled them. So they didn't allow them to mature and develop and correct them when they're wrong. They enabled them. So because of these enabling behaviors, the narcissist is coming to you to enable their behaviors too. And they're still operating in that childlike mindset because they didn't grow up. They didn't mature. So when you think about them doing this little scare tactic, think about it as kids. Oh, that's my toy. That's mine. That's what you do as kids. You're fussing, you're fighting, nobody's playing nice in the sandbox. This is what's going on. They're big in body, but they're still in the sandbox. And you're looking at it like, I didn't like when you said this to me. Can you refrain from speaking to me in this manner or whatever? They'll look at you like they're not going to stop. What you mean you don't like this? What you mean? What's the problem? Every time it's an argument. And that by you having a voicing your concerns, your opinion, how you feel, your feelings, they dismiss your feelings because your feelings are not valid to a narcissist. Your feelings are not valid to them. It's dismissed. How dare you have feelings? Who are you? They're the only ones that's supposed to have feelings. You can't have no feelings. Well, welcome to the world of a narcissist. So when they use those intimidating tactics, those fear tactics, they're scared. They are scared of abandonment. They're scared of neglect. They don't want you to neglect them. They don't want you to abandon them. But they're going to be too vulnerable if they share how much they care or they want you around. But they have to create that fear, that manipulation in order for you to stay. So they drive fear in you, give you affection, give you love, and then pull it back from you. So now you become codependent on them for emotion. So they're withholding that from you to control you, to punish you, but they're scared. They're truly scared. They need you more than how you need them. But they'll never say that. They'll never admit it. And you know it, that without you, if you pull the rug from underneath them, it would all crumble. You know that. And you're staying there holding it and keeping things together. And they know that. But in order to keep you there, they have to make you feel like you're dependent on them for something. And it's the opposite. But you've been wired and programmed for this for so long that it's become your normal and you believe it. Let me be here to tell you, okay? It's not true. It's not true. You are strong. You are better than that. Okay? That's not true. Let me just be the first to tell you, okay? They need you more than how you need them. And when you start to see this, you'll start to see how they're using you, okay? That's all they're doing. They're using you the whole time. That's it. And I get it. It's going to hurt. I didn't say all my conversations here are going to be nice. I didn't say that, okay? You're a supply. They're using you, okay? For whatever they need you for, they're using you. That's all it is, okay? I'm going to jump into some questions and see how much I can get answered before running out of here tonight. Do you think narcissistic personality disorder is also a spiritual disorder? Long and short, yes. That's really my approach, though. If you know anything about me, if you ever had a one-on-one coaching session with me, anything, you know that's my approach. I help you to see it from a spiritual perspective. So yes, that is my approach. And you'll be able to tackle it much better when you understand it on a spiritual level. That's why I would say things at times where I'll say to you guys like, hey, it's not a gender. It's not a horoscope thing, you know, it's none of these things. It's none. Pay attention to the traits. That's why I really talk about the behaviors, the traits of a narcissistic person. That's where my focus is, because I want you guys to understand the narcissistic traits, their behaviors, their pattern. So you learn their patterns. When you learn their patterns, you realize their textbook, and over time, you'll start to outsmart them. Over time, they'll see that you're no longer afraid of them. You're outsmarting them. You're one step ahead of them now because you understand and you study the cycle. It's a cycle. The first stage, love bombing. So after every fuss fight and the breakdown and tear down, there's a makeup. There's that period where you feel loved again and like the beginning of the relationship. See that cycle? You see how many times that happened? Okay. And I'm just talking about it once, but that's how many times it's happening. Then you go through the devalue stage. That's when they start to pull away from you, start to withhold sex, start to, you're not the same anymore. You've changed. All of these negative stuff, criticizing everything you do, critique everything, da. Yeah, devalue. Then the third thing is the discard phase. That's when either they completely go away, they break up with you, or you break up with them because you're tired of something. But there's a discard phase where they actually ghost you for a period of time. That's the discard phase. Then the fourth stage is the hoovering. That's when they now beg to come back because they got to gear up to start the cycle back over again. That's it in a nutshell. It's a cycle. So that's why you have those highs and lows, those emotional ups and downs. And it's never stable. It's never consistent. It's never smooth. It's always highs and lows and ups and downs and all these things. That's what you go through with them. So your emotions are not regulated. Your emotions are unstable as well, too, because that's what you're dealing with. You guys are mending together. Hey, Courtney, welcome in. You guys are mending together. You guys have become one. You guys have intertwined. You guys, are on the same wavelength. So you're not operating the same. You have taken on a lot of their identity because they're pulling from you. They're mirroring you. They're mimicking you and giving you back you. So the whole time you're thinking you're in love with the narcissist, you're in love with yourself, but you can't see it. And I know it probably don't make sense right now. I get it. Soul ties. Yes, sis. Thank you for this comment. That's why the Hoover is in place, okay? Because they never fully discard you. The door is always open for them to recircle back. Yep, they just put you on the shelf to come back and pick you up later. They never fully discard you. That's why the Hoover is in place. That's why the Hoover. So you think they left, they go through 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 3 months, and you think that, okay, you moved on and you didn't even say anything to me. No, that's 3 months to love bomb somebody else. Okay. And the same cycle that's going on with you is what's going on with somebody else. So they discard you. So when you get discarded, somebody is being love bombed. So that's how you know what's happening. Okay. When you get discarded, somebody is going through a love bombing stage. Okay. That person gets is now going into the next phase, which is devalue. That's when the hoovering start with you, because they don't know if they're going to be able to come back. That's the hoover. And so that's how you know what's going on. Okay. When you're getting the hoover, somebody's going through devalue. So it's the cycle. When they now get discarded, that's when you just now took them back because you believe them, because they're discarding that person to hoover you to come back. And that's the cycle. So if you know what you're experiencing, then you know what they're doing. And that's how you stay ahead of them. So know what season you're in with the narcissist. Know what part of the cycle you're in with them to know what their next move is, to know what's going on with them. It's horrible. It's terrible. But until you know what you're dealing with, then you realize that you're in an abusive, demonic cycle. Okay? You're playing with the devil. But right now you don't see them as the devil because the veil has not been lifted from your eyes. You're not seeing things properly. You're still in that love is blind stage. Even though there's snippets of you coming out of it, you're still stuck in it. That's the sad part. Hey, Yoli, don't even stay ahead. Get out. Listen, if you're married, it's going to be harder. Okay. It's going to be harder. Okay. So if you know what's going, because it's easier said than done, right? Yoli, let's be honest. It's easier said than done. I've been told that many a times. So I empathize now with people and I understand how hard it is to get out. I'm with you. Get out, stay out, don't look back. No contact, cold turkey, do it. Deal with the pain. Yes, yes. But I'd be lying to you if that was the full-blown truth, okay? That's what you need to do. Yes. But I got to meet you where you are, okay? I have to be honest and meet you where you are. I was once that person sitting there wanting back the narcissist, believing that they're going to change, believing that something about them is going to get better and it's going to get better one day. And I find myself doing this and being addicted for years until 13 years went by. So it's like I blinked and 13 years just went by just like that. And I couldn't tell you what happened. It was so foggy. I was trying to, get myself back together. Like it took time to rebuild myself back up. So I could tell you, get out of it, run, leave, run for your life, run for the hills. Nah, I wouldn't do that because I was there too, and leaving a marriage, there's so much things to think about. You're going to think about the kids. If that person is the breadwinner, you got to think about how you're going to financially provide for yourself. So all these thoughts are going to creep in, and all these things why you shouldn't leave is going to creep in. But build the strength and the courage first to identify who you're with. I think that's a great place to start. Once you recognize who you're with, no, Yoli, you're fine. You're just passionate about it. Listen, welcome. You're just passionate about it. Okay. You are, because you know the demonic pain, the devil that you're with, and you've seen them different. See, until we get to really see them for who they are, we're going to keep making excuses. We're going to keep going back. So I want you to understand the cycle. I want you to know what's going on. I want you to know who you're with so you can understand why you're leaving, because it has to click in your brain first. It has to register first why you're doing something for you to really do it, because you're not thinking for yourself anymore. The last thing you want to do is leave and go back. That's the last thing you want to do. But how many times have you done it before? How many times? How many times it's happened? So start with your mind. Start to see them for who they are, not who you want them to be, not who you think they are, but who they actually are. Okay. Let me see what Courtney says. Can't tell how much I was physically and mentally abused from my non-working ex-husband. Yeah. You see all of those things that you've said? Yeah. And it's out of fear. They don't want you to leave. But would they respect you? Would they respect you? No, they're not. But you were at a moment in time where you saw life with them. You wanted to build life with them. You wanted this to work. And you saw how it could work because they sold you a dream and you bought into the dream. So now you're hanging on to hopes of it, but you're just chasing an illusion, something that's not really there. But every time they tell you that they're going to change or things are going to get better or this is the dream and you're working towards it, you believe that to be true. So you hang on a little bit more. And you're telling yourself, you know, if my partner is going through hardship, why would I get up and bail on them? You know, you're telling yourself that if my partner is struggling right now, shouldn't I be the person to hold them down and to be there for them, to support them through what they're going through? You're telling yourself all these things because all these things are true. But how much are they really making that conscious effort to make that happen, to make this dream a reality for both of you guys? Why are you the only one who's contributing to this dream? Why? See, we don't stop and think about these things. We just think about it looks so small for me to just break up with them. And it looks so small, like this is a small issue. And you minimize the issue because you're already there. And I understand it. So having these experiences, you'll start to learn how to make different decisions, how to not be so quick to rush into anything and take your time and make these decisions. Getting out is not easy, okay? You might have kids involved. You might have financial plans involved. You might need to seek legal counseling. You might need, and then when you get out, you're going to need to heal and have a community. So you're already building a community. You know where you could come for information. You know where you could come to get support. You know where you could go, right? We're here, we're building a community. So you need to be around people who speaks your language. See, we're all in the comments here and we're talking about it. So be around people who speaks your language, okay? Not everyone speaks narcissism. Not everyone understands narcissism. People just call everyone narcissism, but they don't understand it. This is a spiritual attack. This is an attack on your soul. This is an attack on your being. This is an attack on your personal integrity, who you are as a person, your everything. This is a real thing. So when you leave out of this, you have just defeated the enemy. When you leave out of this, you have defeated the enemy because you show yourself strong to overcome this thing. It's not for play. You're really doing this. You're really thriving. And when you get out of it, you realize that God was with you the whole time. So build a closer relationship with God and you'll see him pull you through. Until you make God your God and stop making the narcissist your God, he gonna show you. So turn things around. So because you have made that narcissist your God, that's who you're praising. That's who you're prioritizing. That's who you're putting first. That's where all your trust is. You don't believe in God. You don't trust God because what is he doing for you? Keeping you alive, putting food on your table, making sure that you're good. What is he doing for you? Just about everything. And what is the narcissist doing for you? Ain't a damn thing other than stress, pain, and headache and an addiction. So all you're getting is this high. You're getting high off the narcissist. You're high off the narcissist. You're getting high off the narcissist. Good night. Good night, Nikki. Have a wonderful night. You remember you had just had surgery and that clown pushed you on. Oh my goodness. To other, didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that? I was just talking about that. Like, y'all reading the comments, right? Y'all reading the comments, right? You seen it for yourself. They don't care. They're heartless. They're heartless, okay? Heartless and cold. Start healing, y'all. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. But it's better than the narcissist. It's better than the narcissist. It's better than what you're dealing with. Healing is hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's hard. It's hard being by yourself, okay? Especially when you know that you could be with a partner and things could be equal. But being with a narcissist, you're more lonely than anything else. You're more lonely than anything else. You're still doing it by yourself. With a narcissist, you're doing it by yourself. Oh my goodness. You would have been in it for a long time had you not. You would have been in it for a long time. She said she was about to marry this fool, y'all. She said she was about to marry this joker and he left you in the hospital. You see how, like, I'm telling you, we have hearts of gold, okay? You have a heart of gold to know that you experience all these things with him, but yet was still willing to marry him because you didn't see the big deal of breaking up. You didn't see the big deal of letting go of all that disrespect. It was just, it wasn't so big, right? It's not a big powwow, a big blow up. It's not breakup worthy, is it? That's what we tell ourselves. These are the things that we tell ourselves. We tell ourselves these stories and we keep ourselves entrapped with the narcissist. We keep ourselves bound with the narcissist by telling ourselves these stories. Because they've conditioned you and told you you won't get nothing better than them. Oh, you think somebody gonna be with you? And then they point out a flaw, okay? Oh, they point out something that they think is negative and condition you and tell you that ain't nobody gonna want you at this age. Ain't nobody gonna want you with that much kids. Ain't nobody gonna that. But they were the only one that wanted you though. Yeah. They were the only one that was checking for you. Yeah. Yeah, right. Don't believe all of these foolery, okay? Don't believe all of this foolery. Please don't. Is there any other questions you guys would love for me to answer before I wrap up out of here? We've been over here, what, an hour and a half? Oh, they are devious, demonic, monstrous. Listen, I'd rather be by myself than be with a narcissist, okay? It's not worth it. You are more lonely than anything else when you get with a narcissist, okay? You're entrapped in a body, you're locked away for years with them, and it's so hard to get out, okay? So when you do get out, stay out. But until then, let's understand, let's learn about narcissism, let's learn about narcissistic traits, patterns, behavior, so you can spot them, okay? You might wonder if you're with one at home. Hey, let's talk about it, okay? Continue to watch these videos. Listen, I beg. Listen, okay? Listen, please. All right, I think I'm going to put up my last comment for the night. And this last comment is coming from Wise. You have been interacting in the chat. Courtney, Fawzia. Let me come up here. And Yoli, isn't she lovely? Let me come back up. Danielle has been here chatting with me. Like, guys, you guys have really came through tonight. And if I missed your name, I sincerely apologize. But thank you guys so much for coming through tonight and showing your girl all the love as ever, as always. Thank you. Thank you so much. So Wise comment tonight says, yes, trained behavior. I think for women, we are taught to be silent. He's a he's a man and just follow suit. But I'm learning to love myself unconditionally today. I totally agree with that statement. And I think that's a beautiful statement to kind of leave it on the chat tonight. I'm gonna actually end the live with that one posted up right across so it can stay there. You know, I think that's a really good statement to make. And I would love for us to take, you know, some words out of it. If you don't want all, I'll take some. But yes, you're not mute, okay? And while the Bible lets us know that God is the head and the head of your family, right? And the husband is the head of the household, and the woman, you know, she should submit to her husband. So we understand these things, but we're not submitting to a husband, we're submitting to boyfriends. So we can't be, you know, we can't beat ourselves up. You know, like we're submitting to boyfriends. We're submitting to potentials, you know, wannabes. They didn't show you that they were a husband. They didn't show you that they were respectful. They didn't show you that they're thoughtful, compassionate. Because a true leader knows that they need their followers to be able to lead. A true leader knows that his people is the one that puts him in power to be able to lead. A true leader knows how to listen and humble themselves. A true leader knows that sometimes they have to step back in order to go forward. Sometimes they got to let the other people lead in areas that they're better. So a true leader understands how to lead. Hey. So until they show you that they're capable of being submitted to, I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but hey, you don't submit to a boyfriend. The Bible says submit to your husband. That's not your husband. You don't know that person. They didn't put a ring on your finger. They didn't decide that they're going to make you their wife. They didn't. So why are we submitting to these boyfriends? For what? For what? So that's some of the problem, you know? That's some of the problem. Yeah. Listen, guys, we're going to have an extra show this week, okay? So we're having an extra show. Vortex says he's coming on live. So I'm going to have company this Thursday, y'all. So you don't want to miss it, okay? So we're going to be going back and forth, having some discussions because he got his own narcissistic story. So we're just going to be bouncing off back and forth, talking about some of these discussions. So please come ready, come geared up with your questions. And I'll see you guys back this Thursday night. What's that? The 30th, I think? My phone is dead. I believe that's the 30th. Yeah. Today's the 28th. 2 days more is the 30th. So 1:30 2025 at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right back here on this channel. We're coming live back again Thursday night, and I got company this time, okay? Saturday night is my regular show. I'm going to try my best to make sure we have a regular show on Saturday, but Thursday, we're coming back to have a conversation. So meet me back here Thursday night. Set your alarms, turn on your notifications so you know when your girl is live so we can have these conversations. Good night, y'all. Good night. Good night. I appreciate you. Mercy, welcome in. Welcome in again. Courtney, welcome in and good night. Wise, you have given us some words of encouragement. Love it. Isn't she lovely? It's been so long. Daniel, dear one. Oh my God. Fawzia, incredible to see you tonight, my love. I appreciate you guys all so much. Vortex, have a wonderful night. Can't wait. Listen, I can't wait for you come on Thursday night and talk to the people them and tell them a lot of things, what's been going on for you and how you're healing. Love it, love it, love it. I appreciate you too, my love. Let me send you some hearts. Let me send you hearts. I appreciate you so much, guys. See you back Thursday night. Be blessed, y'all.